Hi, Inaaya. It's Leah. The story that I chose for today is called Brian's Hats. Brian sat on the front steps of his building. He wore his red baseball cap. "Hi, Mr. Mack," he said to the mailman. "Do you have a package for me?" Mr. Mack opened his mailbag. "Not today, Brian." The next day Brian sat on his front steps again. He wore a white baker's hat. "Hi, Mr. Mack. Do you have a package for me?" Mr. Mack smiled. "Not today, Brian." The day after that, Brian sat on his front steps again. He wore a red fireman's hat. "Hi, Mr. Mack. Do you have a package for me?" So this is him in all three of his hats, right? "Not today, Brian," Mr. Mack said. "Are you expecting something?" "No." Brian shook his head. "I'm hoping." The next day Brian had a cold. He sniffed, he coughed, he felt hot and tired. He stayed in bed. "What if I get a package today?" he said. Look at how nice his cover is, his rainbow cover. I really like that blanket. "Don't worry," said Mom. "Mr. Mack knows where we live." "I hope so," Brian said. He closed his eyes. Knock, knock. Brian woke up. He heard the front door open. "Hello, Mr. Mack," said Mom. "I have a package for Brian," Mr. Mack said. "Thank you. I'll give it to him as soon as he wakes up." Brian sat up in bed. "What is it, Mom?" he called. Mom walked in and handed him a box. "Open it and see." Brian tore open the box. He looked inside and laughed. He pulled out a dark blue hat and put it on his head. "Look, Mom, the present is from Mr. Mack. I'm a mailman." So he gets to add a mailman's hat to his collection of hats. Okay. First question is, which of Brian's hats is white? Let's go back and look at the picture. So this is the white one, right? And who would wear a hat like that? Baker. His other hats are red. Which hat did Brian wear first? Do you remember? Let's look. So it definitely wasn't the mailman hat first, right? It was his baseball cap. It has a B on it. I wonder if that's for baseball or Brian. Maybe both. Why did Brian stop sitting on the steps of his building? He went out every day, and then one day he couldn't go out. Why couldn't he go out? Because he was sick. He had a cold. And he didn't feel very good. Why was Brian afraid to stay in bed? Why did he tell his mom that he couldn't stay in bed and that he had to go out? He was worried about not being there if a package came. But what happened when the package did come? Mr. Mack came right to the door, so he didn't even have to be sitting outside. Inaaya, I hope that you have some hats of your own and that you get to wear them this summer, and hopefully they will keep you nice and cool and shady on the really, really hot days. All right, have a wonderful summer, and I'll talk to you someday soon. Bye.